So I put together a project called OpenVAS. You might have heard of it, and you probably know somebody that's using it. It has 19,000 GitHub stars, and one of the things that people love about it is its simplicity, how easy it is to use and install, and one of the reasons for that is the amount of energy that's come from the community to build it. Now, I started this project on my own in 2016 actually, and it was just this idea that I had to try and make something that could make serverless portable. But it's way bigger than that now, and it's actually a full-time job just to keep it maintained. There's a huge demand from the community. It's 1,700 people on Slack, and dozens of companies are actually using it in production. Now, very few of those actually contribute financially in any way, although fortunately there are a few people, end user companies, that have contributed patches here and there, and I'm really thankful for that. So the problem that I face, and this is what I think GitHub sponsors can help alleviate, I'm not sure if it can solve it, is funding. There's just no money in open source software. People will gladly consume it, improve it, and even put it into production, but they're very wary of putting any money towards it. And I think that's a business thing. So my hope is that through GitHub sponsors, we can actually raise enough funds that I can kind of fund some of the work we're doing, whether that's 1 or 2 days per month, directly from the GitHub sponsors program. Now, I think that's even easier because GitHub are matching pledges up to the first 5k of payouts, and that, I think is amazing. There's just been nothing like it so far. Now, in the past, I have tried Patreon, and I did really averagely with that. The amount of cash that was coming through it after the charges and taxes was probably about £300 a month, which is basically a fraction of minimum wage. Should maintainers really be getting paid such a low amount of money? Well, I think we're looking at it from the wrong perspective. Let's look at GitHub sponsors and crowdfunding as a way of extending the runway. Now, I've launched a business called OpenVAS Limited, and through that I'm now working with clients that want to move to the cloud and implement Kubernetes. And what better way of doing it than partnering with the founder of a great project like OpenVAS. So I'm confident that through a combination of my consultancy work, professional services and training, and GitHub sponsors, that OpenVAS is going to have a long and successful life. Why do I think that? Well, the initial traction has been astounding, and it's just built and built over time. I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, how can we partner together? Can you put forward $5 a month towards effectively a coffee? Can you even go higher than that? And if you look at the tiers I've designed, you'll see they come with swag and stickers, and you could even buy yourself your own hoodie. Now, with that, if you are using OpenVAS or any of my open source software, it is critically important that you become an insider. Now, there's a ton of data that comes out of Twitter, Slack, GitHub, and there's just no way that anyone can keep up with that. It's not reasonable. So what I do is, for the insiders track, that's anybody that sponsors me at any level, whatever you can afford, I curate together the latest news and updates and just what you need to know. For instance, I spent a whole day rewriting all of the instructions and OpenVAS Cloud to work with the latest version of Certificate Manager from Jetstack. Now, if you didn't read that email or you missed the GitHub page, you're going to actually get rate limited in November, and that's an example of how that could bring down a production system. So if you use it, don't do it for me, do it for yourself, join the insiders, and let's keep OpenVAS moving forward and lifting everybody up together. Thank you.